So subtle. Were there any questions about 9.4?
Could you do which one? Could you do H and J?
H and J, of course I can. This was 9.4.
For some reason, I don't have that. Was that on Monday? Did you post like a video?
Yep, I did post a video.
Okay.
So
Could you
what's that?
Could you also do a G and I?
H, J, G, and I. Of course I can. H, J, G, and I. All right, so that was all just like number one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me frame my my thingy McJobby here. What am I looking for? Video. Okay, nice and blurry. It's a good way to get a headache. So for what it's worth, I was asking Mrs. Smith, does she have any idea what the end of the year is going to look? Not the end of the year. Sorry, well, I asked her that too, but next week, like, are we coming back or whatever? She says, no. They have a meeting every Monday to get information, and they were told, hopefully we'll know by Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Haven't heard anything yet. And it's that hopefully, so it's open-ended. She said there's a chance we could find out on the weekend whether or not we're coming back or not. So please don't get upset at the school. We're just doing what we're told, and we have no idea if we're coming. Now, for what it's worth, today is the last lesson. We'll talk about it when I get there. Somebody can remind me. But today is the last lesson for this unit, so we'll have to kind of tentatively plan our date and stuff like that. Sounds like Success and Ada just joined us. All right, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. I just want to go in order. Okay, so G from page 294, A, B, C, D, E, F, G has 4x squared minus 4x is less than 3. I'm going to bring that 3 over right away. So it's 4x squared minus 4x minus 3 is less than 0. Okay, so got to do some factoring now with the 4. That makes it a little bit interesting. I could guess, but I don't think it's going to work. So 4 times 3 is negative 12. I need to find numbers that multiply to give me negative 12, but also have a difference of negative 4. Looks like negative 6 and 2. So I'm going to rewrite that as 4x squared plus 2x minus 6x minus 3. Factor out of the first two terms, so that becomes 2x times 2x plus 1 minus 3 times 2x plus 1. So in our brackets here, we've got 2x minus 3 and 2x plus 1. Any problems so far? Am I going too fast? Are we okay?
Why did you add the negative 6x? There's that. Wait. I'm confused what you did there. Like, oh, because it that equals negative 4 if you add them, right?
Yeah. These two add up to negative 4. Yeah. If I wasn't in such a rush to write down these brackets, I would have done this right underneath, and it probably would have been a little bit clearer. Are you okay now, Evan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Anybody else? So we got to find the zeros. What makes this 0? Well, this would be 3 over 2, and this would be negative a half. Anybody need me to show you how I did that? I kind of did it in my head, but 2x minus 3 equals 0. Add 3 to both sides, divide both sides by 2. So if x is 3 over 2, this would be 0. If x is negative a half, this would be 0. So then I do my number line. 0, 1, 2. So this would be 3 over 2, because that's 1.5. And this is not equal to, so it's an open circle. And then we've got, let's make it a little bit bigger, negative 1, negative 2. So this would be negative 1 over 2. So now we got to find out, are we shading between, or are we shading on the outsides. I'm going to plug in 0. 4 times 0 is 0, minus 0. So this is 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes, it is, which means we're shading the in-between. This is the range of values that work for this inequality. Cool, cool, cool. Are we okay with that? I'm going to go with yes. Who wanted G?
I did.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
Do you need a second, or am I okay to take this away?
It's fine.
Okay. Do stop me, anybody, everybody, if you need a second or two. H. H. 5x squared greater than or equal to 2x. All right. There's a few different ways you can do this. This is a different looking one though, but anyways, I'm going to bring the 2x over. So we've got 5x squared greater, nope, we don't. 5x squared minus 2x greater than or equal to 0. We can take x out of both. That's the common multiple, times 5x minus 2 greater than or equal to 0. So one of those critical points is 0. If x is 0, it makes everything 0. Here, it'll be 2 over 5. So if it's 5x minus 2 equals 0, add 2 to both sides, divide both sides by 5. So we make our number line. I'm going to put 0 to the left. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. So it's one of our points. So I'll put it in the middle. 0, 1, 2, 2 over 5. That's 0.4. So that's like around here somewhere. And it's going to be a solid circle. It's 2 over 5. Well, this is awkward, hey? It's right here. So this is whatever, -1, -2. I have drawn this poorly, but we need to find out, is it outside or inside? They've taken away my 0 because that's going to be included anyway. So I can't use 0 as a test point. So I'm just going to use 1. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 minus 2, because 2 times 1 is 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 is greater than or equal to 0. That means that that 1 is a viable solution, which means we're going to shade the outsides. Cool beans, questions, problems? Weird little gap there. Who wanted H? Was that Aaliyah? I can't remember.
No, it was Sadie. Thank you.
You're good with this? This is good?
Yeah.
Okay, outside of the poorly spaced part there. That was H, A, B, C, D, F, G, H. I is next. Anybody still need this? I is x squared minus 6x plus 7, which is less than or equal to 0. So we're going to factor. Finally, it looks like one that's going to be more straightforward to factor. X and X, it's negative and positive, so they're both going to be negative. It's going to be 6 and 1 because they both, no, that's wrong. See, slow down. Sorry. Less than or equal to 0. That might be in the way of the camera thing. X, minus, it's going to be, wait, is this a trick here? So both gonna, oh, what is this? This isn't easy. Solve the following quadratic inequalities both graphically. Okay, I gotta pause for 1 second because I've been trying to make the other lessons and I just gotta refresh myself what this one is, because this one doesn't factor nicely. I was going fast because I assumed it did.
Do you have to use the quadratic equation?
Gross. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's what I used, and then I got 3 plus root 2 and 3 minus root 2.
Well, I do remember. Yeah, I do remember saying we gotta solve. Okay, bummer. All right, A is 1, B is -6, and C is 7. So it's negative, so X equals negative B plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac. Tell you what, who asked for I?
That was me.
Are you okay if I say that we're not going to require quadratic formula for this unit, and so then I'll just skip this? Like I can do this, but this is in all honesty, this is more designed when you're solving like this, especially when you're doing a number line. It's more designed to use with a graphing calculator, and so then for you to kind of try and find the points on the line and then test points and stuff, it'd be really wonky. I'm not going to give you anything that requires a quadratic formula on the test. Are you okay if we skip this one?
Yeah, sure.
Can
Anybody
you
else?
keep going?
I'm sorry?
Can you keep going?
Yeah, okay. You want me to? Yep.
I also have a quick question.
Yep.
For this one, I actually like use the completing the square method. Does it matter how we get it?
Nope.
And will we have like, will we need to know how to complete this square for them?
Nope. Not for this test.
Okay, so neither,
Let me
just regular factoring.
quick little double check. Yeah, no, just factoring. Yeah, just factoring. But yeah, completing the square, as long as any way that you factor it, as like I've said kind of before, as long as you kind of follow the rules of math, it'll still work for you. -6 squared minus 4 times a is 1 and c is 7 all over 2 times 1. I'm going to run out of space because I thought this was not going to be this. Okay, so -6 is +6 plus or minus the root of 36 minus 28. So it's going to be root of 8, or 2 root 2, all over 2. This equals 6 plus or minus. So 36 minus 28 is 8. The root of 8 is 2 root 2, all over 2. Sorry, I'm out of space, so I'm going to move it up over here. So the 2, I can take 2 out of each of these. So it's going to be 3 plus or minus root 2. 3 plus or minus root 2. This is what x equals. So 3 plus root 2 or 3 minus root 2. So when we do our number line, you know what, I'm going to do a separate piece of paper because this is just kind of dumb. So when we do our number line, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4. 3 plus or minus root 2 is going to be just kind of on this side of 3 and on this side of 3. And this was an equality, so it's going to be a shaded in situation. So just somewhere before and after is fine. I'll test my point with 0. 0 minus 0 is 0, blah, blah, blah. 7, is 7 less than or equal to 0? No, it's not. So that means 0 doesn't work. So again, I've made this huge number line when all I need is right here. So that would be, and then
How do you graph, sorry, not graph, like how did you find the points for that? Like 3 plus or minus root 2? Like where does the root 2 come in play?
I just, because it's kind of, it's just a number line and we're approximating anyway, I just did a little above and a little below. I wasn't super concerned with the accuracy of it. Do you know what I mean? As long as we label it, because
Yeah.
it's kind of like when we're graphing, like when you've got graph paper and let's say you're saying, okay, now the first point is 1.3. It's like, well, it's about there. Somebody might argue, say, oh no, it's actually here. Oh, actually I have it here. Whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, as long as it's kind of less than 1.5 and it's greater than 1. As long as we know and we identify and label as necessary. But again, I'm not gonna require you to do this on the test. Nathan, you wanted me to finish that up. Is this okay?
Yeah, that's good.
In case anybody's wondering, why did I do such a big number line? Because glancing at this, I had it's positive or -3. So I thought I was going to have 1 over here. And then when I went to plot them, I realized, oh, I just need this little space. So for what it's worth, if I was going to draw this again, I would have probably done like 0, 1, and then it's like 1, 2, 3. So I have more space, but whatever. It's the same idea. All right, that was A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I. Was there a, I don't even know where I wrote down the questions. H, I, there was a J. Is J a weird one too?
Yeah, that's quadratic formula too.
Do you want me to do it? Does anybody want me to do 3J? I can if you want. Nobody? Nathan? Who
No,
wanted,
that's okay.
who wanted J in the first place? Was that you, Sadie? Or
Yeah, but it's fine.
you're okay to skip it? Yeah,
Mhm.
I won't give you any quadratic and stuff like that on the test. Like I said, these ones are more honestly meant for a graphing calculator, which we aren't doing. So, all right, now let's go to the next one. Success, are you here? No, I thought I heard 2 people come in. All right, anyways, take some time, write all that down. Ada, let me know when you got it, please, then we'll move on. You know what, while you guys are writing this down, I'm gonna run and get a drink. I forgot to get a drink from the staff room. I'll be right back. Ada, you still ready?
Yep.
All righty. Just so you know, I didn't go to the staff room. I went to the store. That's how long it takes you to write these notes. And not even 7-Eleven. Went to the one St. Patel. Went and said hi to my dad, you know, stuff like that.
You're making me write slower.
All right.
I'm done.
Holy, thank you. Anybody else still writing? We okay? All right. Let me stop sharing my screen. Oh, there's a chat. Did I miss the chat? Oh yeah, success is here. Okay, so I got a success. I got to change yours and Ada's attendance. All right. So page 295, example number 1. I'm going to ask that you don't look at it because I want to kind of walk you through it. Oh, my wife is calling. Hang on, let me just tell her I'm in class. I'm in class, call you back. Hello? Okay, bye. So it says, so here we go with the word problem. So I just kind of want to walk you through this. It says a shed has dimensions of 12 meters in length by 5 meters in width. So I don't even read past that. I'm just going to draw that. But again, like I said, I'm very visual. You guys might do it differently for yourself. I'm very visual. So I'm going to write this down step at a time instead of trying to do it all at once. 12 by 5. And also you guys stop me if something doesn't make sense. So both the length and the width are increased by the same amount. So it gets a bit longer and it gets a bit wider. And these 2 lines are the same. Length and width are increased by the same amount in order to increase the floor area by more than double the original area. Okay, so we're gonna have a new area. So this area here is 60 from the original. 5 times 12 is 60. But it's saying the new area is going to be more than double. Width or increase the same in order to more than double the original area. So double the original area is 120. So the new area needs to be greater than 120. Not greater than or equal to, greater than 120. What is the amount of increase in length? So it's specifically asking for length. When you find out one, you'll find out the other anyway. So if these two are the same, we can just say that they're x. So the new length is 12 plus x. The new width is 5 plus x. Is everybody with me?
Yep.
We're good? All right. So now we need to solve for x. So 12 plus x times 5 plus x needs to be greater than 120. And now we solve. So I'm going to go do the steps again. Stop me if something's going too fast. 12 times 5 is 60. 12 times x, 12x. X times 5, 5x. X times x, x squared. Greater than 120. I'm going to organize this, put it in the order I like. So x squared first. So it's x squared. These are combined. So it's plus 17x plus 60 greater than 120. Bring that 120 over, subtract 120 from both sides, x squared plus 17x, what happened there? X plus 60 minus 120 is greater than 0. Simplify x squared plus 17x minus 60 greater than 0. So now we factor, solve for x. Greater than 0, so it's x and x. So we need two numbers that multiply to get negative 60, but add to positive 17. So that's going to be negative positive 20 and negative 3. Negative 3 times 20, what we're looking to, is negative 60. When you add them together, it's positive 17. So x either equals negative 20, unlikely, or positive 3. If we're increasing, I'll move it back. If we're increasing these, we're not increasing them by negative 20. That doesn't make any sense. So we're going to increase by 3. And you can also, by the way, you can like kind of check this with your number line. These are our critical points. 0. I'm just going to make this real simple. This is negative 20. This is 3. These are not equal to. So is the range here or is the range above 3? I have a feeling it's going to be over here, but we can check. I'm going to plug in 0 to our, we never had an original equation, but we can just plug it into, let's say we'll plug it into here to make sure it works. So 0, that's 0, this is 0, negative 60. Is negative 60 greater than 0? Not the last time I checked. So that means it's out here and out here. Now again, as far as this goes, this makes sense mathematically, but in the real world, we're looking for a positive number. So we can't say, well, let's just increase the shed that's not even 20. We're going to increase it by negative 20. So it goes from 12 to negative 8 and 5 to negative 15. That doesn't make any sense. So this is rejected. And this will be what we go with. So in other words, therefore, x is greater than 3, not greater than or equal to, greater than 3. So the new length will be greater than 15 and the new width will be greater than 8. Does that make sense? See the whole rejection process and how we pick these points and stuff?
So is the answer just like greater than 3?
Okay, so let's
Would
what
it be
is the
greater?
question? We go back and says, what is the amount of increase in length? So you could say length must increase
Oh, I see.
by greater than 3. So it has to be like the length is greater than 15 because it was originally 12.
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. Quick question for bonus marks. What's greater than cold club soda? Nothing. Nobody gets bonus marks. All right, this is it. That's the only example. Now, you know what? I think I said, no, give me 1 second. I don't want you guys doing quadratic stuff. Not right now. Let me just see which answers are going to require that kind of craziness, because I'm just going to remove those from the I'm going to change your assignments. Give me 2 seconds here. Do these questions. Don't do, oh, sorry, hang on. Let me just check one more thing. Yeah, don't do 1, 4, or 7. Don't do 1, 4, or 7 from the assignment. Do the other questions. And before we go, if we are remote learning next week, we'll do kind of a study day Monday, test day Wednesday. If we are in person, we still may do Wednesday just to kind of acclimate ourselves and whatever else. So is everybody cool with that? We'll just say test day Wednesday, because it'd be good to have some time to also just talk about what the heck we're going to do with the rest of the year and stuff if we're in person. I have a feeling we're not going to be, but who knows? Ms. Unger?
Should we not do number 6 either?
Correct. Sorry.
Okay.
So much for, being good with numbers. 1, 4, 6, 7. Yes, don't do 6 either. Thank you. Other questions, thoughts, comments, problems, issues, complaints about Ada? Anything? Anyone? If there's nothing else, my friend. Oh, here's a question for you. Again, we don't kind of know how the world is going to go, but somebody already left. I'll mark them absent. I wanted to ask you this. I've got the other. Yeah, I am always picking on you. I've got the lessons kind of ready for the stuff that we may not get to. Just again, this is kind of for those of you who want to look at this stuff. We're continuing on next year. Do you want me to post that stuff? Do you want to wait to see if we're in class? Because if we're in class, I can kind of teach you that. It's so up in the air. I have a feeling as I'm talking this out, maybe I should just post it. If you want to look at it, they look at it. If they don't, they don't. Thoughts?
Yeah, it'd be nice to see it.
Okay. Anybody else? Other thoughts, comments, questions of any variety? Who left?
Could you like write what pages that assignment would be on for the optional ones, just so we can like take pictures of the textbook?
Yep, for sure. Yeah, that would definitely be part of it, because I would say it wouldn't just be the kind of the teaching. I would say, what would be assigned and stuff like that, for sure. Yeah, that's a good point. So then if somebody just kind of wants to look at it like in the summer or something, I don't know if you would, but yeah, that's a good point. I'll do that. I might not get to it today, but I don't think that you would get to it today either. Brianna.
If we stay online for the rest of the year, what are we gonna do? Are we just gonna keep it how we're doing it right now?
Probably. I was talking with Mrs. Smith just casually, like there wasn't any kind of formal decisions. And I asked her in her meeting, because she's saying what some of the other kind of principals and stuff were asking. I said, has anybody brought up the idea that, like, you know what, why don't we just say, take a week or 10 days or something to wrap things up, collect textbooks, get in late assignments, and just call it early, like people are limping towards the end here, teachers included. In some ways, I don't want to make any huge general statements. Actually, I'm going to stop recording before I continue saying this stuff.